Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to World of Tanks Generals. This is your slightly lovely host, Nation BT, and I forgot to close the door to my room. Keep the sound of the air conditioning out, and I forgot to also turn on the music. So I'm sorry about that. Two defensive cards. Going first. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. This hand's not a bad hand. Sorry about that cough again. Forgot I have a mute button, but you know. Okay, I guess it's not too loud. It's the normal level we have it. And yeah, I brought the camo because obviously we're against a Uterbog, so obviously we want to bring camo. Because we're not stupid. Well, I'm not saying you're stupid if you don't bring camo. I'm just saying it's preferable if you do. It's very much so preferable if you do. We can draw for cops too if we really need it. We can draw for more things. But these two T-46s are pretty okay. Pretty okay. They'll absorb maybe 2 shots from him, but probably just 1. Alright, sorry about that. I had to go back and cough a little bit and drink some tea, and alright, so basically, I mean, there's not anything to really talk about here, though, pretty much, is, let's move the mic a little bit. It was in a kind of a bad position. It looked like I was maybe clipping a little bit, and that might be a problem, but yeah, basically, all we're doing is waiting on his move, and looks like he's removing our T-46. That's not a bad decision on his part. That's 2 less supply for us, and we're not going to get in his face next turn with a light tank. No! That's not what I wanted to be discarded. That's the one thing. I was like, oh no, don't discard that. Don't discard that. And, well, he discarded it. No, I don't want to draw yet. Or do I want to draw? No, we want to put this down so we can race. I probably should have drawn. I don't know. This is kind of an awkward matchup when you don't draw your defensive squads, because your defensive squads are the main thing keeping you alive. So yeah, I don't know why I do that. I like doing that though. I know most of base stats on these. I don't know why I do that. Like, I know we have 23 health to start with. 23 starting health. I'm thinking about, like, teching in, like, 1 Be Vigilant in here. Just, like, 1. So I have, like, 3 thousands upon thousands and 1 Be Vigilant just for some healing, but also, instead, War Heroes, or whatever it's called, the, deal 10 damage to a squad, gain 3. I'm thinking that will be my tech card instead. Just tech that in, and then we'll be able to recycle it a couple times with the, thousands upon thousands, hopefully. And yeah, today I am drinking tea, like proper hot tea. It's actually quite good. It has some honey in it and everything. Honey is actually really good in tea. For some reason I put sugar in too, but really that was just mostly because I didn't think things through, because I didn't know I was putting honey in. And then I was like, wait, I don't need 2 sweeteners. Let's draw a card. This doesn't go in the discard, so don't worry about me missing out on that. Alright, seriously. I'm almost considering drawing. Yeah, I think I will draw, because we need better than this. There we go, that's better than this. I kind of wanted to play this, but I was like, I better draw. Because I need to stay alive. I can't afford to get hit too long, and staying alive is more important than developing arty, I guess, because we can remove that, and we're going to be able to outdamage him. We'll always be able to outdamage him. We have 2 units in there, and if he starts removing the units, then we'll just start deploying more units, and we'll be fine with not drawing cards. But as long as he's being aggressive, I want to just keep drawing some cards to, you know, try to nullify that aggression. Try to get around it. And too bad our first T-46 was discarded, but hey, it's probably back in... Well, it is back in the deck. I know it is, because that's a 1,000 spawn thousands in there. So we might have redrawn it. Alright, sorry about that. That was only a little cough, so it wasn't too bad. 3, 7, 8. That'll cost 12, so... Now we are going to develop this RD because we can afford to. And it'll help get rid of this squad. Well, I mean, it will get rid of this squad. There's something to be said about scouts and the T-46 or T-46 in drawing. Because we could have always played this next turn, but we can always draw next turn too. We're looking good right now. We're in a pretty good position, I'd have to say. Yeah, I would have to say that. Keeps deploying these light tanks. It just keeps him coming, you know? I guess that removes some damage from his squad, doesn't it? Yeah. It really does. Yeah, we'll draw another card. We'll plop this down. I mean, there are things to be said about deploying the scouts, because he could hit us for 4 next turn if we don't, but because he could play it together, we win. That's about all he could do. He's used that. He could have the 0 drop and hit us for 8. I mean, yeah, that's a possibility, but I don't see this as being likely to be horribly, like, super punished for not playing the scouts. Just 4 damage for not playing the scouts, so which is just 2 additional damage, and that won't be too bad. That won't be too bad at all. We have enough defensive cards to not care that much. I want to get this 3 damage out, because that will expedite this game. Which is the main goal here, to speed this up, so we don't get shot as much, because that's a bad thing for us. Being shot by the Uterbog is really bad. It's really bad to be shot by the Uterbog, and I wanted to draw anyway, so I could get more, you know, defensive cards. Stay alive longer. Pretty much the goal here is to stay alive and not lose. Okay, so he's removing that. That's fine. That's fine. He didn't get his healing out of that, so that's always good. High tier Uterbogs are not the best thing in this game, really. They're kind of bad. Just being honest with you, they're kind of a little bit bad. But now he's starting to focus on removing our units, so I'm going to put a heavier focus upon playing our units now. Because we need to keep this coming. If he's going to keep removing them, we need to keep them pouring in. Don't like that. Because that makes it annoying to deal with this. The squad under it, which is kind of what I want to get to. I really want to get to that. Now we'll deploy all our cards. We'll put this in the back, I guess, is a good place. Just in case he's somehow able to remove this and then move the light tank up and remove it with the light tank. He won't be able to do that now. He won't be able to do that now. I can't think of any way he can do that with a light tank anymore, because Locust's ability only works for, American decks. Well, American HQs, not decks, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, guys. Here we go. That worked out really well with the T-35. No, because I can't play it if I draw anything. A unit's unlikely to be of use anymore at this stage in the game, so... I mean, like a normal unit that I play here, I don't think the game will go on another 2 turns. I doubt it will go on another 2 turns, so this already is more important to deploy because it will just be like 3 damage, probably, or 2 damage. It's just more damage. Just a lot more damage. Like this T-35-1, I don't think it will be able to get there. I don't think there's enough time left in this game for it to get over there and be useful. Police would be a nice draw right now. Police would pretty much seal this. Well, it would seal this. But Light Tank's pretty good for Jüterbog because it guarantees he can always play the Together We Win. I guess there's something to be said about not removing it, really. Like, not removing it from his board, but then that's just 1 extra damage, so you have to. So it's actually a pretty good card for this. I should consider trying to get it and running it, but I don't want to spend money on EU. I'm from NA, so once NA releases, I might be able to show that off, because I might be more willing to buy the premium cards. It just depends. We'll see. This guy takes pretty good amount of time to think about his moves, but I guess you can when you're playing Jüterbog, because, I mean, obviously you're not going to ever run out your clock, even if you take the full 2 minutes per turn. Like, yeah, you're not going that long. You're not even going to make, like, 7 turns, really, probably. I mean, you might, but you'll probably lose anyway at that point. So I guess you can take your time to plan out your moves and stuff. It makes it really hard to talk about this. Alright, he did nothing. I guess he gives up. Guess he's giving up. So, we'll just assume he's giving up, and we'll just hit him with everything. And I mean, some would say, oh, you should not make a move, because he didn't do anything, but really, if I did that, it's not the most fair thing, because he'll draw another card, and maybe you could win with that card. And you'd be like, well, you shouldn't have had that card. And you're like, well, yeah, so I DC'd. And it's just bad all the way around. Don't DC, guys. Just don't. Alright, on to the next one. We're back, and this is against an 11th Squadron, which can be a really annoying matchup. Just in general, for any HQ that exists. We're going to take Camo, because, he can heal, we can't. So, we don't want to give him that 1 extra damage. Yeah. He'll make more use of it. It's not that big of a deal. It's kind of petty, really, but, I just know he's going to be, like, running the stupid thing that gives him all the resources. I can't remember the name of it. The M2, I believe, is its name. I just don't want to deal with that. I just don't want to deal with that, but I'm going to have to, I'm pretty sure, because we're at 940. That's the good deck for the 11th at 940, is the M2 LT, or whatever it's called, the medium tank that's just like a battery, and that's an okay thing for us, really. He wasted 2 cards to remove 1. And I guess 1.5, but, this card isn't the greatest thing to be removing for him, really. Well, we can press this advantage even further by drawing a card and playing a card. Because why deploy some cards when we can just draw a card and gain some more card advantage over him? He has 7 cards. We have 8 cards. We have 8 cards to his, like, not 8 cards. Okay, we'll just support that away, I guess. Yeah, we can support that away. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can support that away too. But we'll let that come to us, actually. Yeah, we'll support this away. We'll put this back here. We'll plop this down. And we'll hold our fire for a turn. The 2 damage to his HQ is not going to make a difference. So we have 9 cards to his 7 cards. I guess if we can just kind of keep a card advantage, we don't have to worry too much about him, you know, being a horrible person with the M2. Not that that's being a horrible person, really. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. If we draw a thing, that'd be really good. Let's see what we draw. You know what I'm hoping for. It's not quite what I was hoping for. Three. Alright, we'll plop that down. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. We could remove that, but why bother when we're just kind of allowed to just kind of have a freebie here. I didn't want to draw with this first because I was really hoping for like the Sue, either Sue 5 or the Sue 26, because we could clear something then just for free. It's 8 cards to 11, 8 to 11. If he sits back there, we'll just draw all the cards. We'll draw all the cards and then we'll just kind of just roll over him. That's what we'll do. We'll just draw them all, roll over him, he'll lose, and that'll be great. That's really actually the plan here, is to just kind of roll over him with cards. Let's see, if we draw an Artie here, we'll go in. Nah, we'll go in anyway. That's enough to go in with, I guess. We'll just... What do I want to remove? 2, 4, 5, 6. I guess we'll just remove the 2, 4. And we'll get rid of that like that. We could have removed that, but why? That's my question. Why would we? Because this isn't going to have a good time. 12. That's probably a misplay on my part. I should have probably used the thing on that and then just shot it up. Shot the T-31 up without taking any retaliation damage, but you know, this is more fun like this. We'll just draw like maybe a 26 would just be amazing here. Get 3 extra damage, so I'd be doing 4 damage. That's actually okay for us. He's going to have some problems moving these units around, because this can't move anymore. And that can't move. And obviously that can't move, so we're going to have a good time here. Yeah, it's pretty okay for me. He's trying a card for one of my less useful cards, I guess you can say. 2, 4... Hope it's not that. Okay. Yeah, whatever. We'll throw up this one. This one has better stats. Generally, you want the card with better stats. Okay, so now we have our 12 cards to his 6 cards. Even if we lose most of this board, we'll still be in pretty good standing. We're down on time, though. We need to hurry up and just get in there and just win, because we will time out before he does. So, yeah. We might want to make our moves a bit faster. I'm sorry, I'm talking, and talking really slows things down, and that's obnoxious. That's 4 attacks with that thing. I don't like that. That's 4 attacks! That's a ton of damage! That's 12 damage. That's 12 damage. I do not like 12 damage. Quit that. Quit that. Stop it. Stop it now. I do not approve. I do not approve of this at all. Like, no. Just no. Quit it. Alright, what do I want to do here? 2, 4, 6, 8. I can just... I'm just going to remove one of these, because these are super annoying. And it would still get attacked, so it's best to not let it take our resource growth, you know? I probably want to shoot that, like that, and then just remove that, since I can't hit that with Artie. Although I kind of want to hit his HQ with Artie, but it's not that huge of a deal. Here, we'll just keep the pressure on. There we go. So that's 5 cards. I mean, it's 11 cards to 5 cards. So we're up by 6 cards. That's not a horrible place to be in. Yeah, there goes the AT-1, I guess. And there goes the Su-85. Still not the worst case scenario. Not at all the worst case scenario. It could actually be a lot worse. Alright, we don't want resource growth lost on this, because this obviously has higher resource growth. I mean... Yeah, we're going to... Wait, no, we're not going to draw a card. We're going to shoot this first. That's a way to draw a card. Guess we can sort of... Yeah, we'll draw a card because we don't have 2 things to play. That would have been nice to not have that over there. But whatever, we'll keep this up there, because if he shoots this with his Artie, that's okay. That's really okay. We just need this to go away, basically. And now hitting it with the police won't do anything, because it won't remove any damage from him, because bringing it down to 2, it still does 3, and it's still only 1 attack with it, so... Okay, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, basically. Okay. And now we'll start getting in his face, I guess. Getting his face will be good. Go. We just need to get in there and win, because we have the resources to get in there and win. By resources, I don't mean resources as an actual literal supply. I mean as in cards. We have, well, and supply, I guess. It's all resources, but mostly I'm talking about cards. We have 10 cards to his 3. We have a 7-card advantage, basically, and that's nothing to be that upset about. That's pretty good. That's really pretty good. that. We'll be getting up there. Yeah, we'll move this back. I love that statement, guys. I have not spent money on this game on EU. This is not a paying user. That's cute. That's really cute. Good job, Betty. Good job. Good job right there. I mean, you can unlock these, you know. It's not hard. It's really not hard. Like, seriously, first day that they were unlockable, just bought 3 of them. It's called playing. I'm sorry, I find that funny. I should not be responding to that, but I can't help it. I just can't help it. And, I mean, I don't know. He said it, not me. Although even if you do spend money on this, it doesn't give a huge advantage. Like, yeah, actually the premium cards are pretty okay, I guess, but none of them really scream at me as, like, I want to buy them. They're just like, it'd be cool to have some of them, I guess. Like the medium tank thing, that's the German one, that's pretty good. That one seems pretty good. That explains everything, Newt. You know, it's like the T6, but it costs 4. It gets shuffled back in. It's like a tier 3 or something. That's really the only premium card that I would... Well, that's the first one I would buy, basically. I want them all, of course, but that's the first one I would probably buy, because it seems pretty good. And now we're talking about premium cards. Well, this guy's just waiting this out and being rude, you know? And I know that's what he's doing, because... Yeah, he's like, well, I lost. May as well make this guy waste 2 minutes of his time. Yeah. And no, I'm not saying anything negative about this player. I have to be nice to everybody, but it happens. I don't know how else to describe this, because I'm certain that's probably what he's going to do is... Alright, he's going to play his card. That's actually cool. I like that he's playing his card. That makes me happy. Come on, attack it. Attack it. Because, I mean, if you don't, you're probably not getting much damage out of it. There we go. I mean, if he didn't, I would have just pulled this, like, down, probably, and just let the Sioux get an extra couple shots on it, and just remove it for free, because, I mean, removing it for free is really worth it. But now it's not worth it. Because now you can just do it with these. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, there's really not much else left to say. We just push in and then we win. That's all we really do. And if he plays some units that prevent us from doing such, we just remove those. And then next turn we push in and then we win. And if we need to, we draw extra cards and we won't run out of deck because he can't mill us, firstly. I guess he could. I guess back them up does work in this. Priest does work, but he's probably not going to mill us. It's unlikely. So we'll draw thousands upon thousands eventually, put 10 cards back in, and we'll be happy about it. So, yeah, that's mostly why thousands upon thousands is in this deck, just so you don't, like, draw yourself out, basically. And also, it counters the third a little bit. It's good against the third. It's pretty good against the third, because it slows down his milling process and lets you draw a little bit safely, like, just a little bit safely. Like, as long as you have one in hand, you can draw a couple cards, like 2 or 3 per one you get, and you'll be good. It'll slow down the milling enough to where your drawing obsessively won't get you killed, basically. It's just really unlucky if, like, he mills them. Like, that can happen. Like, he can mill all three. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Well, I'm sure it happens sometimes. I don't know when it does happen. I haven't actually yet been milled out by a third since I put them in, but it can happen. I know it will happen sometimes. And so yeah, I can say it happens sometimes because it will. I can guarantee that will happen at least once. Like, it'll probably happen more than once, but it will happen. Because he can mill all three of your thousands upon thousands out. Because it's, of course, random cards he's removing, so... yeah. Watch, is he going to surrender right before we get into the brickhead? No. Okay, I was kind of half expecting that, really. Okay. And, that's... I guess we can run one more. We have that time, so... yeah. On to the next one, I guess. Well, and we're, sort of back. Basically, I can't find, like, a game with the fourth anymore. I waited, like, about 10 minutes, and I'm like, wow, this sucks. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I did look. There's only 31 minutes of footage. That's arguably enough, but it's arguably not. But I do know I have some old recordings of, like, the 60th Division. And I guess I'm going to be doing some post-commentary over that, and, you know, I'll get that up, tack that onto the end of this, so yeah. Here's some 60th Division gameplay, and I hope you enjoy it. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to, well, not welcome back to, but we're back. This is the Tier 8 game that I was going to do post-commentary with, and, this is one I didn't really want to use too much, but I actually used all the other ones I've recorded. I haven't recorded any, actually, since this one. And this is one from a while ago with one of my buddies, you know, Sandshark. I don't know, you might have seen him before. I don't know. This is, of course, the 60th versus 3rd, and there's some banter that goes on. I don't remember what any of it is. He's probably like, oh, no, yeah, okay. I might censor some of that out. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure I uploaded the one Tier 8 video I made, because I made an entire video about Tier 8 HQs, and here, that's a weird play for me. I didn't think I'd do that. What I saw from that hand is I thought I would do T21 down where the AT1 is and just put the AT1 there, but I guess I thought that was... yeah, I thought that was, just... yeah, see, right there, I'm just telling him to kick my teeth in. And yeah, this one was kind of annoying because I forgot to, like mute my mic, and you can hear coughing in the background, so I'm just going to have to mute this audio altogether, and, pull the... I'm just going to have to somehow find audio to put in under this for music. So I don't know, it might be the same music, it might not be, it might sound weird. I could always just, you know, pull the sound out of another Tier 8 recording of mine that's silent and good and stuff, and yeah, I guess that's what I can do, really. This one isn't too long, and I didn't really want to use this one because it's not really that good of game. Just being honest, like, I'm not saying that to, like, be rude or anything, it's just, I kind of ran him over in this. I wanted to use one where I got ran over, but I think I've already used that. Because I think I did upload that. If not, if I didn't upload any of those, but I'm pretty sure they did, I'm pretty sure it's episode 39. I'm almost certain, because I had live commentary on them and everything, there'd be no reason for me not to have uploaded it, but if I haven't, that's going to be uploaded. Like, trust me, you'll see it if it hasn't. If not, check, like, episode 39, and there it will be. And, yeah, back to the game, after just getting some things out of the way. Basically, I just did some damage to his squads with my police and my logistics, and, yeah, now he's just playing some cards. T24, not really that great of card. I kind of like it, but I also kind of hate it because it's kind of bad. It trades down most of the time. Almost all of the time, actually, it trades down. It's just a thing that it does. And here, mostly, I'm probably just looking for a unit with defense right now, for the most part. Just hoping that comes up, because once that comes up, you can start drawing cards, like crazy amounts of cards. And here I'm apparently withdrawing. That's weird play of me. Just sit back and shoot the Su-76. I thought I was going to like remove the T-24, and I was thinking, I guess, but I'm like, I'm probably like here, like, why did I do that? It's too late to go up there and do anything about that T-24 now, because the Su-85's not there, and I can't bring it down to 2 or lower, and I could have before. I could have done 7 damage to it, and that'd bring it down to 2, and then it couldn't really attack either of them without a buddy. The buddy would have to come up and hit it, and like, it's only 2 damage on his board. I guess I didn't prioritize... Oh, sorry. I guess I didn't prioritize removing it, although that can actually be 4 damage, because his HQ ability is really good. It lets his USSR units deal 1 more damage to any target he's shot with his HQ. That's what that HQ does, and I'll probably have that HQ soon. Yeah, see, there it is. Deal 1 extra damage when attacking. The enemy unit is already attacked by your HQ during the same turn. So I guess with that, it actually makes the T-24 somewhat good. Yep, there's 4 right there. I just decided to remove this because I could without taking damage, and he can't shoot the AT-1, so he can't get the bonus damage on that. Because, you know, it has camo. Right here, I think I'm just fishing. No, I'm not fishing. I thought I was going to fish for a defensive unit. No. Oh, he forgot I had a... Oh, we've probably talking about the support card. I was confused there. I was like, what card? He's probably... There's a good chance he was talking about the support card. Oops. Kinda sucks when you do that, Mr. Sandy. Yeah. Sorry, Sandy. Yeah, I'm sure he's okay. He said that he was fine with this being uploaded, although he's like, I'm not sure what people will learn. I was like, that's a good point. I probably won't, but you need content, and I'm still going to try to talk about this and talk about any mistakes either of us made, if I can see any. And right now, it's really hard to tell what they are. Like, he's being a little bit too passive, in my opinion. He let me get a little bit too strong of a footing, and another thing, like, T-24 is arguably a mistake, too. Arguably, I can say that's a bad card for him to be playing, because it's not really that great of a card. It is kind of a bad card. So... Here he... Why'd he do that? That A7V did not move yet, so he could have moved that up, brought the Su-76 up 1, and removed it with just those 3 units. So that was an error right there. He used a card unnecessarily. The Last Stand was not a necessary card. That's what I'm probably thinking right there. Like, oh wait, no, he couldn't have brought that Su-76 up because he just moved it back there. But he could have moved the Su-76 forward where the T-24 is, moved the T-24 up to where the A7V was, and the A7V up there, and he did that anyway. So I don't think he needed to use a card there. If I'm wrong, I'll probably put an annotation or something. But I'm almost certain he could have done that better right there. Don't think he needed to use that. And here is where he basically loses a game, because the defensive unit is it's going to let me draw so many cards. Alright, there, I'm just like, yeah, let's start clearing out this board. That's going to hit me for probably 2 damage. Let's just hit it while it's doing 1 and do 3 to it, get some value out of the, you know, the T-21. Here I'm half expecting him to shoot the T-21, bring up the Su-76, and remove it like that. I'm not sure if that's what he does or not. This is somewhat low quality. I'm just noticing that. I don't know if I like it. I need to record a higher quality possibly, although I don't think that matters too much. Right there, I'm like, rip, bro, I'm sorry. Right, no, Sandy, no, why? Why didn't you move that T-24, like, forward or somewhere where both the units could get involved? And why are you still shooting my HQ? Like, really, he should try to be clearing this board out. He should have probably shot personally, what I would have done is I would have shot the T-35-1 with the 3rd Division. That would have been 3 damage, bringing it down to 5. And the T-24 and Su-76 could have done 4, bringing it down to 1. And then hopefully he has a unit in hand, and he could have possibly dealt with it that way, because those are both USSR units, and he didn't use his HQ's power either, and that's, well, its ability. Huh. Maybe he didn't have a unit there. I don't know. I didn't read the chat. Maybe he was like, I need a unit. That's why it was like RIP. Because maybe he didn't. Maybe that's what he needed. He's a unit. I don't remember really. So now I'm drawing an extra card, and yeah, it's not like he could. It's not like he was able to remove the Su-76 either. I guess you can argue he wanted to get rid of the Su-76 so I wouldn't be drawing extra cards, but he didn't do that either. So I would have probably tried to remove something from my board at least, just, you know, soften everything up just a little bit. Right there, I'm removing that because I'm like, that's 2 damage potentially. I don't want to take 2 damage. That's pretty much all I was thinking right there. It's just I don't want to have 2 damage dealt to one of my units. Well, basically, so I felt that was worth it. I traded 2 damage for 2 damage. I have full board control now, and at this point the game is pretty much over. Like, he can't come back at this point. At least I can't imagine him coming back at this point. Oh, that's kind of sweet of him to say, really. So yeah, I should just stop it here, but we'll show you the rest of the game, just point out things, and Liberty's kind of a weird choice to be having it in a tier 8 game, really. Right, there he goes, he clears out that. It's a little too late at this point to start clearing my units. There's too many of them. The Briglock is going to be pretty soon. Like, it's inevitable. Here, I almost considered locking his Brighead up with the Liberty, but, you know, I'm like, no, he can hit the T-28, and yeah, okay. So we're just replacing the cops here just to get an extra card, and for some reason this deck still has the Steel Fist in it. And I'm sorry, I can't share a deck list for this deck. I don't use that deck list anymore. I'm not sure exactly which one it is. I mean, I might post a guess as to which one this is, because I'm guessing this is probably the same one I used in the, like, the first time, or maybe the second time I've recorded this. So I'll post that one, I guess, because I should have had 2 videos featuring this HQ already. One of them live commentary, and again, if that's not up, I'll put that up. But yeah, this was the only tier 8 game I had available to me, which kind of sucked, really. Okay, and at this point, you're going to take some damage, it looks like. I'd probably move up and have the AT-1 take it, because the AT-1s obviously can't get RD'd and stuff. The other ones can. Or I just use a Steel Fist. That's another possibility. Or that lets me clear it up too. And that looks like that's the route I'm taking. Now I'm moving the AT-1 up, I'm sure. No! Newt, no! Oh no. That was a mistake. I should have moved the AT-1 up and removed it with that, because that's a tank destroyer, and it was able to get into a position where it could do that. And basically all that did was like, I would have been doing 2 more damage to him this turn, which isn't a huge deal. Like, that's not a game losing error, it's just a slight optimization thing. It's a slight optimization thing. I think he got a bad hand too, because he didn't really play a lot of units or really much, so I'm pretty sure he probably had a bad hand. Was the main problem here, is he just didn't draw anything useful. He's probably all defense, because he has played a couple defensive squads too, come to think of it. I think that's like 2 or 3. Played the logistics, all 3 of his logistics, I know that. Which that does kind of really suck when that happens. Like, that's not his fault. It's not his fault at all. It's just kind kind of just having really sort of luck, basically. Best way to describe it. I hate saying that like it is a thing that can actually affect the outcome of games, but it is. It is actually a thing that can affect the outcome of games. I'm moving that down. So this is when it gets interesting for shuffling units, because I kind of want to get that T46 in and out, but I couldn't. No, don't move that back. I could have done that. Oh, come on. Could have done that next turn. Should not have moved that T46 back. There was no reason for it. Because basically I'm in good position. I could have shuffled all the units around and back and popped that in and out, really. Because I could have like moved the T28 up, the Su-76 up, the AT-1 back, the T-28 back, the other T-28 back, the T-35 one down, the AT-1 up, the Su-85 down, popped the T-26 in, popped it out, brought the T-21 up in its place. That would have been a way to do like 2 additional damage, but I don't think it matters because I'm pretty sure here I have enough damage to probably win. Maybe not. Maybe I don't. So we're keeping track of this. That's 4 damage I missed out on. 4 damage I missed out on. Let's see if it like slows down the process of winning at all. Well, I guess I got that 4 damage back by doing that. Or 2 of that damage back by doing that. Oh, man, wow. Maybe that was better, actually. No, because I could have freed up that space. I could have done this similar thing. No, I couldn't have. Yeah, I guess I was thinking differently than what I was. So, yeah, we've only missed out on 2 damage, which didn't make a difference. Okay. I forgot. Wow, I did not see that at all. Well, here. Okay. Alright, so do that instead, guys. That's good. Now here I'm saying GG and stuff, because, you know, I know him. Right here, I just want to fill the board against him, I guess, because I'm rude. You know, you have to do that to friends. You have to bad manner with friends, guys. It's just what you have to do. Alright, so that's it, and, yeah. Again, I'm going to say bye here, and probably put up a thank you for watching thing up at the top. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave any feedback you have. I'm sorry this was kind of a ending to this. It wasn't that great of a game. I'm very sorry about that. So, I love you all. Have wonderful days, and I'll see you next time.